What is going on, you guys? In this video, I'm going to show you the 4 top lenses as voted on by a group of mirrorless Canon photographers for the maximum value EF lenses in 2021. Now, we all know that the RF lenses are incredibly sharp and also incredibly expensive, like crazy expensive. This lens right here is about 3,000 euros. Now, all of these on this list, you can get very similar image quality to the high-end RF glass. And the way that they do that is by being awesome lenses. There's nothing wrong with the EF lineup still. They're very high quality, very sharp lenses. They're just not specifically designed for the RF lineup. And let's dive into it. I'm going to give you them, and then I'll show you at the very end the top voted by this group EF lens. So in this group, I asked them, hey, what are the high quality lenses still worth getting in 2021? And no, your EF 50mm 1.8 is not high quality, because every time I try to do one of these posts, someone is always like, ooh, you get so much value out of a 50mm 1.8. It's like, yeah, it's great value, but that doesn't mean you get great image quality, and that's not what most of us are actually looking for, especially after we dropped like $3,000 on an R5, or even just $1,000 on the RP. So the honorable mention that just didn't make the cut was the EF 24-70 2.8 version 2. Very close. I do think that if you're getting this one as an all-around, the RF is probably a still really good option to go for that, but it's all up to personal tastes. So the fourth on our list is the EF 70-200 f2.8 3rd edition. And this one came in with 15 votes. And yes, this one is still awesome and running around with this for event photography. Now this one can be had for on eBay for about $1,000, just around $1,000. So that's already a third of the cost that it would take to get the RF version of this. And I think that's a wonderful value, even if you're missing out on like ever so slight amounts of sharpness and stability. And when you pair this with the R6 and the R5 that have IBIS, it really makes up for the in-body stabilization on the lenses. The next that came up was the EF 85mm f1.4 USM. And this lens, of course, is a beast for portrait photography, and could be had for, once again, around, let's see here, right here, about $1,000. So this is a pretty good secondhand quality, and you can get wonderful portraits with this lens. However, on this list, we have a lens that is going to outdo this EF 85 1.4 for quality, sharpness, cost, and the all-around usability of it. And stick around, and I'm going to show you which lens this is, because this lens is killer for the price right now, and there is no RF replacement for it yet, so it's like the maximum value you can get in a moment. Next up on our list was the EF 135mm f2, and this one can be had for around, let's see here, this one is around almost 500 euros. These ones are a bit older. I don't know which lens. This was just the, I don't know if they came out with another one. But this can be had for around 500. Depending on where you search, pretty good budget item for what it does. Or 600 right there. Another 700. So around 600 to 700 to pick up this lens. And that is an excellent quality value, because once you're in at beyond 100 millimeters, you really blow out that background, and f2 is awesome for low light. And just like I promised, the lens that you have all been waiting for, that is the cheapest to get secondhand right now, gives you the maximum low light and usability, and rivals and even matches some of the image quality that you can get out of this $3,000 lens RF versions. It gives you macro photography, and it comes with just like, it's the king of B-roll macro photography and all around versatility for portrait like that. it nails it. And as you might have guessed, this is the EF 100 2.8 USM-L lens macro, and this lens kills it. In fact, this is the lens that I run around at with weddings right now. That's how good this lens is. I run around with this and a RF35 1.8. This lens is killer, and if you want to pick up any of these lenses, don't forget to check out the links that will be in the description for all of these. I hope you enjoyed this video and, thought that this poll was kind of cool that people did. I was super stoked that the EF 100mm 2.8 was the one. I really do try to personally find the maximum value, and I think that this 100mm 2.8 is the maximum value for the price. I have heard issues about the lower end version of it, the original one. This is the upgraded red version, and it is phenomenal. Now, you will need an adapter for all of these, but that's not an issue for many of the people who have been running around with the mirrorless Canon cameras for a while. So, my name is Daniel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to this channel so that you never miss out on future content to help you rock your next photo shoot with your mirrorless Canon camera. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.